Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm here with Cecilia Flori. It's before the 2018 Tarawera Ultramarathon. I'm in your sort of neck of the woods. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm very excited for Saturday.
I bet you are. So last year I met you here and watched you race here. You ran to a third place in a competitive race and filling out a competitive podium. You're coming back with a little bit of weight on your shoulders as a result of that, Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. At least now I've done a few more 100Ks races, so I think I'm a little bit more expert than last time. So hopefully it goes good.
So yeah, when I interviewed you after the finish of Tarawera last year, one of the things that you said was that I just didn't know how to run. I hadn't done this before, and so I ran how I felt good, and maybe next time I can go faster. What have you learned about ultramarathoning since you ran Tarawera a year ago?
Well, my nutrition is much better.
Okay.
I guess last time I just on the spot decided I was going to eat gels, just like this, and I realized that also liquid nutrition is good because I never had used that before.
So like putting powders into your water.
Drinks into water, not just when electrolytes are also
Yeah.
pretty good. And maybe a little less carrying weight, the importance of cruise I actually learned also.
Lighten your pack a little bit.
Yeah, not carry a really massive pack.
So since Tarawera last year, you went to Europe and raced.
Yeah, I did the Mozart 100 in Austria.
Which is 100K.
100K, yeah. 105, but yeah.
And how'd you find that? You won it.
I won it.
By a clear distance, but how'd you find the experience?
That was interesting because it was much steeper than Tarawera.
Like a lot.
A lot steeper. And I realized that a lot of people were using sticks, and after watching them I thought, oh, maybe I should be using sticks here. So that's another thing I learned. But then I learned how to use my hands on my knees when you're going very steep. So it was good because I stuck with the then second lady, which I learned a lot from, and then I was just sticking with her, and then the last 10Ks I overtook, so that was my strategy.
And I know you raced at the very end of the year at the Kepler Challenge. Did you do any other races between Mozart and Kepler?
No, I did. Oh, right, yes, I did. So a local one, it's called the Tanifa. It's 60 kilometers.
How'd that go? I didn't see the result for that.
Overall, I beat all the guys.
Okay, so you just won the race. You won the race for everybody.
That was a good moment. Sorry about that. Was a good moment.
Sorry about that, gentlemen.
That was good. And I think that was all. And then the Kepler.
Okay, and so Kepler was about 2 months ago now, or a little bit less than 2 months.
Yeah, I think 4th of December.
Okay, and so you raced there, Ruby Muir, who you'll see again this weekend. The two of you went 1-2, and both of you had quite fast times.
Yeah, I think it was pretty fast. It was I wasn't feeling very good that day, but yeah, I tried to stick with her, but she's amazing. She's so fast. So it's good that she's here, because it's good if I can try and just keep up with her as long as I can. It'll be good for me.
Sure. Well, the Kepler Challenge is obviously shorter, and it has steeper bits, but then some more runnable bits, kind of like Tarawera. But overall, it's a different style race, would you say?
Yeah, I think so. So it's very steep at the start, and then a lot of flat for the 30Ks. So you have to keep your legs for a very fast, flattish 30Ks. That's a bit different.
So here we are back at Tarawera again. You ran last year, but now they've flipped the course around, so you have to go the opposite direction. How do you feel about that?
It's going to be slightly harder because it's all uphill this year.
Yeah.
No good downhill last 20Ks. And it's a little logistically harder for the crew also to come and help, but it'll be interesting. I think overall, it might be a little slower, probably than last year, just because it's more uphill. But it'll be interesting to see. The finish line will be really good though, apart from the smell. But
yeah, so we're standing in amongst Rotorua's famous thermal features. There's a bubbling hot pot that's spewing warmth and the smell of sulfur as we do this interview. So yeah, as you come down from the hills and into downtown Rotorua on Saturday, you'll be joining the odor of Rotorua's thermal features.
It'll smell like home.
It'll smell like home?
Oh, as in, I know that I'm close to the finish line.
Yeah. Wow, you live in a really interesting house. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you'll like taking the phrase "smelling the barn."
Oh,
Like, yeah,
okay.
you know, horses, they smell the hay in the barn and they sprint home at the end. You can apply that phrase very literally this time. So I think you're a pretty like analytical person, like in your life, in your profession, and you seem very methodical in your approach to training, like watching you online. Are you the same way? Are you becoming that way with ultramarathon racing too?
Yeah, I'm starting to wear a heart rate monitor. I'm monitoring
Okay.
how I do in what's it called, tempo runs. So monitoring, not just going by feel as I used to, but actually going by effort and know where my limit is, and so it's improving. My training is improving.
And are you gonna race by heart rate on
No, I think
Saturday?
I know enough to know by feel now how my heart is doing. So no, I don't. It's just gonna be uncomfortable with the heart rate. I don't want distractions.
Stop beeping at me. So last year when I interviewed you after the race, you said you felt like you had more energy at the end of the race, and that, you know, once you learned, you learned that you could have given more effort. Are you sort of planning on leaving it all out there and, like, you know, just really like putting it down?
I hope I can do it. Yes, that's the idea. Hopefully I can do it.
So maybe a bit more aggressive racing style this year.
Yeah, because last year I wasn't very knowledgeable, but this year I think I'll just go for it, and then if I bonk, I bonk.
It happens.
It happens. I'm gonna try and give it all. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to chasing you around the course on Saturday.
Thanks.